winter is upon us, and the boys of Caribou County have divided their attention between the mats and the hardwood. Tonight, we put our focus onto the basketball court for another thrilling edition of Caribou County basketball. It doesn't matter if you put on the red and black of Soda Springs, the red and gray of Grace, or the purple of North Gem. When it comes to Caribou County basketball, the Bear is colorblind in its coverage, bringing you every dive into the bench, every shot from the outside, and every pass to the paint, as the boys of the county fight, scratch, and claw their way towards the hope of an appearance at the state tournament. It's boys basketball in Caribou County right now on KBRV 800 The Bear and online at mylocalradio.com. Sports on KBRV are brought to you by Sanders Furniture, Reed's Plumbing and Heating, Monsanto, Silver Star Communications, and by Cook Brothers Broadcasting. Now, let's turn our attention to the court as we send it to the voice of Caribou County, Caleb Burgraff.
And welcome out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, ladies and gentlemen, on KBRV 800 The Bear, as well as online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com. And it's time for the rivalry, Soda Springs taking on Bear Lake and the Bears in a game that I think a lot of people have been looking forward to this year, as this could decide the 2 and the 3 seed, which in this district is very important because it decides who will have that home spot and who will be playing on the road in the first game of the district tournament for those two squads. And right now, with Westside having beaten both of these two teams, it looks like they are on a collision course for that 2-3 game unless things change, which it is still early in the district season. So plenty still to be decided. This JV game, as we watch out there onto the court between the Cardinals and the Bears, is pretty much decided at this point in time. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left to go. Bear Lake up by 20, 52-32 after a very poor shooting performance by the Soda Springs Cardinals in this contest, which they will hope will not carry over to the varsity game. It did when they were down at Westside, as the Cardinals struggled in that matchup with the Westside Pirates, and we hope that will not happen once again if you're a fan of the Soda Springs Cardinals and a fan of the red and black. As far as what to expect for this game, though, the Cardinals, I know during practice, were definitely reminded by their coaches that they need to perform in every single one of the game. In fact, Monday's practice was pretty much just a practice with running and a little bit more running, as they never really found themselves any type of a rhythm out there in that practice, other than coaches trying to prove a point that if you do not show up, we are going to make you work. And a very good message was made by the coaching staff there. And you hope that the Cardinals will learn from it, because the last couple of games it seems like they have come out just a little bit flat, and you hope that they will be able to come out with a little bit more spark in the first quarter here tonight. Cardinals come into this game 9-6 on the season, 1-1 in District 5 competition. Bear Lake on the other side 5-11, but most of those 11 losses came in the early season against some very tough schools on their schedule. As when you look back on that schedule, Bear Lake ended up losing to Evanston, Wyoming. They lost to Pinedale and Star Valley, Wyoming. Snake River was another loss for them, so not really a lot of chances for some easy games in those early matchups, and a lot of the same teams that the Cardinals played. Also a young team on the Bear Lake side that is having its growing pains in this early portion of the season. We'll have more on what exactly Bear Lake is bringing to the table as we continue on here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming. The rest of our pregame show is coming up next after this break on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Studies show that people recover better from illness and injury in the comfort of their own homes. Bear Lake Memorial's home health services include skilled nursing, physical therapy, and personal care services. For more information, call Shauna at 208-847-4454.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
Would your business survive a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, 57-33. Bear Lake on top in the fourth quarter. Time for us to continue with our pregame show as we move into our Caribou Motor Rewind standout student. We had a chance to sit down with Matthew Daniel, a senior at Soda Springs High School. Back after this, after our presentation on the pregame show brought to you by Caribou Motor Rewind in Soda Springs.
For the past 32 years, the team at Caribou Motor Rewind has been specializing in pumps and electric motors, including domestic pumps for house wells. Offering parts and service, they have everything you need. The team at Caribou Motor Rewind thanks everyone in southeastern Idaho for your business and congratulates area high school students on their hard work and dedication to schoolwork and to sports. Caribou Motor Rewind, 198 North Hooper, Soda Springs. Stop in today.
Caleb Burgraff here with Matt Daniel, who's a senior at Soda Springs High School. And Matt, the school year right now, getting into the second semester, how have you been doing so far this year? How'd last semester go and how's this semester going?
Things are going pretty well. Wish I could say I did better last year than I did this year, but things are still going a little bit. Some rough subjects, but we're trying through them.
What are some of the classes you're taking this year when you talk about those subjects, and which ones are some that you really enjoy going to the most?
I've been in a lot of Mrs. Worthington's classes like econ, history. I took history this year with a bunch of the sophomores and stuff, which was kind of weird since I'm a senior and whatnot, but I also took government with her, so I had 3 classes. I had to double up a lot with her because I procrastinated them all, and those are kind of the classes I thought were the weirdest because I thought I'd really hate them, but they're ending up to be my favorite classes this year so far.
Awesome. When you look at some of those classes, the senior year you get to kind of pick and choose a little bit more on what you do because you got some of your core classes out of the way. Is the senior year turning out to be easier, more fun, or is it kind of an uptight year with the pressure of graduating on there too?
I'd say it'd be an easier year, but I kind of took off my lax years, my earlier years, so this year I'm kind of doubling up with all my classes, and it's all stressful because now I'm also finishing an Eagle Scout project and my senior project and having to get most of my core classes done this year, so it's kind of stressful, but it's going.
Let's look at teachers now. You've been here for a couple years, at least 4 years now. What's the teaching atmosphere like, and who are some of your favorite teachers that you've really grown to enjoy taking classes with?
The atmosphere is really well. They like to concentrate mostly on you as a student instead of, if you need help, they'll come and help you mostly. Some of my favorite teachers, though, would probably be Horsley, Worthington. A lot of people say she's one of the harder teachers, but I really like her way of teaching. And McMurray, there's some fun teachers here.
It's definitely something I've heard a lot about. You talked about your senior project. What are you doing for your senior project?
For my senior project, I'm remodeling my basement. I wouldn't say it's technically my senior project. My dad liked it a lot more than I did. Get some of his work done.
What are some of the things that you've been learning through doing that, and what's the paper going to be on when you talk about that, when you specify kind of what you learned through doing the project?
The things I've learned in that is getting it done on time. I'm mostly a procrastinator, but I'm really focusing on learning how to do things when they need to be done because now my brother's down there living in the basement. So I should have finished it before he got there, but oh well. My paper's just going to be talking about how I've learned, and in my future I was going to maybe go through an architecture route, and that will help out that line a lot, actually.
Well, we'll wrap it up with this. You said that you just got accepted to Utah State. First of all, congratulations on getting accepted. That's always kind of the big step when you start moving forward into the college. And architecture, you just talked about that. What made you choose Utah State, and what are you most looking forward to going there?
I chose Utah State because it's one of the closer places, and I'm more of a homebody, and I love being home a lot, so I could come up on the weekends and whatnot. I chose Utah State because they have a great program in agriculture, and they have some good engineering classes, so they could help me with maybe the engineering, like basics of architecture and whatnot, and if not architecture, I can finish some minors and whatnot there.
Matt, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and talk with us. You're a standout student for this week, and good luck the rest of your senior year and moving on towards college.
All right, thank you.
That was our standout student, senior Matthew Daniel here at Soda Springs High School. A shortened pregame as there's 9 minutes up on the clock. We'll jump right into our coaches' interviews right after this on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Hi, this is John Ondrasik of Five for Fighting, here for RAD, the entertainment industry's voice for road safety. You know, style is a personal thing, and your lifestyle is your business. But if you take it on the road, it becomes everybody's business. So please, plan ahead, designate before you celebrate. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service announcement brought to you by RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Caleb Bergraff with Coach Brandon Carlson from the Bear Lake Bears. And Coach, it's a big night for both of these two teams, Soda Springs and Bear Lake, traditional rivals. Is this a game that you look forward to as a coach each year whenever you get to come over here to Soda, and vice versa, hosting Soda in your gym?
Well, you know, anytime we play Soda, as close as we are, you know, a lot of people work in Bear Lake in Soda, and so yeah, you know, it's going to be a rival. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully we can, you know, come out on top, but it's always a rival because we've been so close for so long.
You look at Soda, Bear Lake, and Westside as the three top teams in the district. You guys have already played Westside. That's your one loss on the season. What does it mean when you come into this game now with a chance at that 2 seed and being able to host that first round game over the 3 seed on the line against a team that you're most likely going to be battling for that 3 seed with?
You know, coming into this game, you know, we're just trying to get better, and the kids we said, hey, we want to be as high a seed as we can, definitely play that first round at home, but we just got to get better and get to learn each team that we've played to give us a chance to come to the district tournament.
Looking at Soda, they're coming off of a loss to Westside, a pretty bad loss as well. That can mean they're going to be wanting to be out there proving something, and a lot of times after a team comes out like that, does that make you a little bit scared in a game like this of knowing Soda does have something they want to prove, or is that just something you're used to in a rivalry game anyways?
Well, I don't know that it would have mattered if Soda would have beat Westside the other night or not. Soda's going to come out. I know Coach Bergholm really well. They're going to come out fired up, ready to go. You know, we're in their home gym. Yeah, and coming off a loss, yeah, you want to come out and redeem yourself, but he's going to have his kids ready to play.
Looking at your side now, we were talking about it before the interview, a really young side on the basketball court, lost 6 seniors after last year's team, including some big height down low in the post. What have you been doing to try and coach your kids up and get some of the youth playing up to the level that you want them at and what you need them at the varsity level in District 5?
Well, coming into this year, we knew we were going to be young. And, you know, some of these kids went straight from freshman ball a few quarters here and there playing JV. And so it's just a learning curve as far as the speed, the physicality, the varsity game. And, you know, we've taken steps forward and then we've taken a couple steps back here and there. And we've said from the beginning of the year, it's not how we start, it's how we finish.
Who are some of the kids that you've been impressed with this year when you look at that youth? I noticed that you have a couple of sophomores out there in your starting lineup. Have they been impressing you, and are there any other of the young kids that have definitely been taking some leadership roles?
You know, I wouldn't say there's one particular. It's been games. I mean, Houston Peterson starts for me. His twin brother Hayden's come off the bench to give us a big boost, and we've talked about it as a team. It's if we can put 4 quarters together and have everybody clicking, we're going to be tough. And we've done it for 2.5, 3 quarters. If we put 4 full quarters together, probably not this year, and that's what we're still striving to do by the end of the year for district.
We'll wrap it up with this question, Coach. I know you just said you don't really like singling out kids, and you never, and no coach ever does, especially at the high school level. But if you had to have a good game from one person tonight, who would that be, and why do you need them to come up big?
I probably won't say one, because I don't think with one player we're better when we have 2 or 3 scoring in double figures and we're sharing the ball well. If you've got one kid that's scoring, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to win. You got to have equal scoring throughout, and we got to work as a team on defense and rebounding, and then just find the open guy.
Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to talk. Good luck to your Bears tonight, and hopefully you have a great game tonight between Soda and Bear Lake.
All right, thank you.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
Caleb Burgraff here with Coach Brent Erickson from the Soda Springs Cardinals. And Coach, when you look at the way this team needs to bounce back from Friday, we all know what happened on Friday. It's not necessarily worth bringing up that much anymore. But what are some of the things that you guys are trying to push into the kids now after that game against Westside?
Well, a lot of it is effort. Go back to doing the things that we do well. Playing defense, putting a lot of pressure on the opposing team. We play Bear Lake on Wednesday night. We got to take a look at what we need to improve on, but we can't look back. We got a tough game on Wednesday night. It's another big game, and right now, Coach Bergholm's focus is on Bear Lake. They're probably right in the hunt for one of them 2 spots to make it to the state tournament. So right now, we're preparing for Bear Lake.
When you look at what happened in practice on Monday night, you guys really just kind of pushed the kids and made sure that they really wanted to be here, I think is one of the things that was pushed through in that practice. Would you agree with that? And do you think the kids kind of understand what the message was trying to get out of that?
I definitely think the kids got the message tonight, what went on in practice. They know what Coach Bergholm's about. They know the style of basketball he likes to play. I was really impressed with the leadership we got in the varsity kids. I felt like they didn't complain. They worked hard in practice tonight, and the JV kind of followed the example of the varsity kids, and that's what we need to have. Everybody needs to be a leader on that court, and that's the point that Coach Bergholm got across tonight. It's just, that wasn't our style of basketball. That's not our trademark, so we got to get back to that.
I think that's one of the things that you can always look at is not when bad things happen to a team or when teams have things where they don't necessarily perform the way they're supposed to or the way they can. It's how do you learn from it? Do you think that the kids can grow from this? And do you think it's not good that this happened? Because you never want to see a team not show up in a game, but is it something that could benefit this team in the future because they know what it's like to have that happen?
Yes, it's definitely going to benefit. A loss is never a good thing. That was the biggest game to date this year for us, and we didn't show up. So I think the kids realized, hey, we can't do that again. And I really think you're going to see the Cardinal basketball team come out against Bear Lake that we've seen, for 15 games. I'm not sure where we're at in our season, but the team that plays aggressive defense and just puts a chokehold on the opposing team where they play defense. And when we do that, then our running game gets opened up.
We'll wrap it all up with this final question. That's talking about Bear Lake now. It's a rivalry game. You guys are back at your home gym. Is this the type of game that you want to have after that one, where it is something where there's more on the line and the kids, again, if they don't show up, it's going to be something where they will pay for it?
Well, I think, Caleb, I'm not saying we'd want to play a team that we know that we just need to lace our shoes up, but yeah, I think this is the game that we need right now, and I think this is one of those games that the kids come out and play. We get a 20-point win. That's going to be a huge confidence thing for them when we face Westside again at home.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. Good luck to you guys against Bear Lake, and hopefully the Cardinals will bounce back.
Thanks, Caleb.
You heard Coach Brent Erickson right there on the pregame show. We're just about set for the national anthem here at the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as the two teams getting set to line up along the sidelines. We'll have starting lineups coming up in just a moment as the Soda Springs Cardinals get set to open the home gym against the Bear Lake Bears on KPRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Live life comfortably in your new cozy Lazy Boy recliner, sofa, couch, or love seat. With a huge selection to choose from, you'll find the right one for you at Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. If you've been dreaming of brand new kitchen appliances like refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and chest freezers, you'll be able to find top brands like Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag. Visit Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. Come find what you're looking for. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
This year, firefighters will battle thousands of wildfires around the country in hopes of containing them. But a single ember that escapes can travel more than 1 mile, where it can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where the ember will land, only what happens when it does. Prepare, protect, prevail. Get fire adapted. Learn simple steps you could take now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Would your business survive a disaster? Nearly 2/3 of businesses aren't prepared for an emergency, and 40% of businesses that experience a disaster never recover. Make an emergency plan now before it's too late. For a free online tool that helps you develop an emergency plan to keep your business up and running should disaster strike, visit ready.gov/business. Brought to you by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the American Red Cross, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals as they get set to take on the Bear Lake Bears for the first time this season in a renewal of the rivalry game. Let's jump right into our starting lineups, brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Home Health. And we start off with the Bear Lake Bears, 5-11 coming into this game, 2-1 in District 5 play, though, as they are right in line for that possible number 2 seed or number 3 seed. Their lone loss coming to the West Side Pirates 58-48 earlier this year. They're led by head coach Brandon Carlson, and the starting lineup looks like this. They're going to be led off by sophomore guard number 11, Avery Carlson. He's followed by junior post number 12, Matthew Humphreys. Number 22 is sophomore post Houston Peterson. Number 30 is senior guard Damon Shaw. He is the only senior on the Bear Lake squad this year, and it's all wrapped up by junior Sam Roberts, a post wearing the number 50. On the other side for the Soda Springs Cardinals, it's the traditional starting lineup for the Cardinals as they're led off by senior number 2, 6-footer Tanner Myers at the guard position. Number 3 is 5'11 senior Josh Balls as he comes out there as one of the game starters for the Cardinals. Number 10, junior 5'11 Ridge Thompson, an outside sharpshooter for Soda Springs. Number 20 is 6'4 junior Will Sims wearing the number 20 and wrapping it all up. Sophomore 6'4 number 23 Henry Workman, or Henry Long Rifle as they called him coming up through middle school. And at the freshman side, those are your starting lineups brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Home Health in Montpelier. Today's starting lineups looking like it's going to be a good matchup, but it already shows you the difference between these two teams. There's a lot of youth coming out onto the court for Bear Lake, and a lot of youth for the Cardinals as well, as both sides starting one senior for Bear Lake, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and 1 sophomore for Soda Springs. Time for the opening tip, brought to you by the 3C Grill in Grace. Burgers, pizza, and barbecue. Don't forget they cater as well, as the Cardinals and the Bears meet out at center court. And we get set to get underway here at the home of Soda Springs. It'll be Tanner Myers taking the opening tip, and won over by Bear Lake. Matthew Humphreys tipping it to the backcourt and brought forward to the left side corner. Driving baseline quickly and having his shot rejected to the near side is Caden Romrell. Actually out there in the starting lineup. Bear Lake with an early turnover after getting the offensive rebound. Josh Balls runs the court and is fouled on his way to the basket. And we will see who the foul is going to be called on, as Josh Balls, the Cardinals senior, is going to head to the stripe. The foul goes on number 23, who is not on my roster, so we'll have to get that one figured out as the first free throw rolls out for Josh Balls. We'll figure out who number 23 is in a moment. With one more free throw coming up for Soda Springs. 0-0 here, early going. Cardinals at the line. Josh Balls missed the first one, second one up. That's bottoms. And the Cardinals jump out to a 1-0 lead after 20 seconds of play. Bear Lake will walk the ball forward, as taking the point is Avery Carlson. Carlson bounces it to the near side, held onto there by Houston Peterson. Holds onto it right wing, working left to right are the Bear Lake Bears. Carlson passes it inside, and a shot is put up with the right hand by Matthew Humphreys, who gets that one to bank down, and good. 2-1. Bear Lake up on top by 1 with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Cardinals break the full court press. Rich Thompson, backdoor pass, and unable to get it to go as Henry Workman rebound kicks out into the hands of Will Sims, who lays it up and in for his first field goal, and the Cardinals answer right back 3-2. And it's a fast-scoring game for both of these two teams, neither one backing off of the pace. Ball moved over to the far side, and now moved over to the elbow. We're losing his dribble as Matthew Humphreys gets it back after double-teamed, and he's going to pass it off, and it's fouled as he passes it away by Will Sims, and that has been one of the problems for Will Sims on the season, as he has definitely had his struggle out there on the court. Another pass inbounds will be taken by Bear Lake as Avery Carlson comes around near half court. To his left, bounce pass into the left corner. It'll be taken there by, I believe, Damon Shaw. Shaw goes up to the top. Carlson tries to drive in, backs it up near the top of the key. To his left, Gilbo between the legs. A lot of fancy dribbling, but not getting him anywhere as Rich Thompson has him pass the ball back off to, I believe, Damon Shaw. Free throw line jump shot by Humphreys. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Henry Workman. Strong board, and the Cardinals can bring it forward, trying to build on a 1-point lead. 6:22 to go. Myers with the jumper from the right side wing. 15-foot bucket goes home, and the Cardinals lead by 2, 5-2. 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And again, it's Avery Carlson to take the point. Full leggings, KD socks with the white and blue shoes, as he goes into the paint after passing the ball off to the left side. Peterson moves the ball to the elbow. Humphreys there, drives in on Sims. Kick back outside where Peterson drives in, blocked away by Workman. Balls with the offensive or defensive board, across the paint to Rich Thompson, who gets the easy layup on the beautiful dish by Josh Balls. An opportunity there for our play of the game, brought to you by Trail Canyon Lodge Bed and Breakfast. Bear Lake down by 5, 7-2. Just over 2 minutes gone by as driving the lane, Carlson gets cut outside the baseline. Pass kicked outside is going to be tracked back down by Caden Romrell. Romrell goes to the left side, where Shaw will now bring it around near the top of the key. Slows the pace down. Josh Balls keeping an eye on him. Reaches in for a steal as Shaw goes to his right. Hands the ball off, taken by Peterson, who hands off to Humphrey. Left side elbow. Stepping into the free throw line. Jump shot up, missed, and rebounded again by Henry Workman. An air ball that Workman was able to snare. Josh drives to the lane again. Foul's going to be called, and it's an offensive foul on Josh Balls as he went in a little bit out of control, but was not able to get the call from the officials and turns it over back to Bear Lake. One turnover apiece now for the two teams with 5 minutes and 11 seconds left to go. But I think the Cardinals would be happy with their start right now, up by 5, 7-2. But remember, they did have a similar start when they took on the West Side Pirates in this game ahead of time. Bear Lake will bring it forward with Carlson taking the point. The sophomore dribbles to the top of the key, now moves to his left. Hands the ball off there. It's going to be taken and moved back over into the left side corner where Carlson launches a triple. That drops home. Avery Carlson with his first basket of the game, and it brings it to a 2-point ball game. Over to the right side, and a backcourt's going to be called. The Cardinals turning it over, a mental lapse there, as Josh Balls, I believe, or Henry Workman moved it into the backcourt and to Tanner Myers' hands, and the Cardinals with their second turnover give Bear Lake a chance to tie or even take the lead. Ball's going to be inbounded by Shaw and brought forward again by Bear Lake. To the near side, Carlson looks down low as Bear Lake moves around the corner, and Peterson takes the handoff at the free throw line. Stops, tries to lean in, and travels with the basketball, giving the Cardinals the turnover right back. I think Peterson dribbled himself into trouble and wasn't quite quick enough to pass it back out as he looks back to the bench for a quick word from Carlson, the coach. And Brandon Carlson will watch as his team goes back on defense. Well, it looks like they're playing a trap defense. Cardinals slowly bringing it forward. Rich Thompson now crosses the timeline with the ball after a pass from Josh Balls. Pass deflected. Thompson gets it back. Backside pass goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. Thompson, I think, was expecting Josh Balls to cut to the right side of the lane. Instead, nobody was there, and Bear Lake watched it go out of bounds and they take it over midway through the first. 4:22 to go. Carlson drives in, kicks the ball outside once again. Humphreys goes to the left elbow, passes the ball off. And will be taken by Shaw, who hands the ball off to number 5, another man I don't have on my roster. He'll fake a step in, hands it off once again on the outside. Ball stripped away. Tanner Myers kicks the ball over to the paint, and it's going to end up being a kick ball, so Bear Lake will keep possession of the basketball. A smart attempt by Tanner Myers, but as a defensive player, you can't get away with that one. And the officials were right on top of it. 4:02 to go, 7-5. Soda still up by 2. Bear Lake with the inbound. Carlson takes the ball top of the key. Looks to drive right. Tries to split the defense. Hands it off now. Peterson rises for 2 from 15 feet at the elbow. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by number 5, who rattles that one in. And Soda Springs will go back onto the offensive end, tied at 7. Into the lane. It's Myers. Kicks it underneath where Olsen finds Sims for a long jumper from 12 feet. No good, and rebounded underneath the basket by Houston Peterson. The Bears are going to push the pace back up the court again. Carlson looks to try and drive in. Gets cut off by Ridge Thompson and Kyle Olsen. He'll buy a bit out. Now hands off once again. Peterson kicks it to the top of the key. Driving there and stopping at the elbow. And holding on to it there is Humphreys. He'll throw a pass into the Cardinals bench as they turn it right back over to Soda Springs. Bear Lake with their third turnover with 3:19 to go. And the two sides have turned it over multiple times, the same amount of times, in fact, with 3 turnovers apiece. One more chance for the Cardinals to inbound here with 3:19 to go. As Josh Balls will start the action. Bears applying loose pressure. Again, they're going to pick the Cardinals up at the half-court stripe. Ridge Thompson trying to get the offense started again. Gives to Josh Balls. He'll go back to Ridge. Josh crosses the half-court stripe before giving to Olsen. He'll use one dribble, almost gets double team, finds Myers in the corner, 3-ball contested, missed. Josh Balls with the offensive board, lays one up too strong off the backside of the rim, and another rebound's going to be tracked down by mystery number 5. It'll be up to Shaw to bring the ball forward, and we have a timeout taken. We'll take one with them back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream and video online at mylocalradio.com.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
Out of the timeout, back here at the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. We got our numbers fixed and adjusted as we just had a couple of discrepancies between the roster I was handed and the numbers on the court. We got those fixed. I apologize. As Hayden Peterson wearing the number 5 with 2 rebounds and 2 points. I don't think I got him out there. Number 40, actually Sam Roberts, as Caden Romerell still yet to get out into the court. It'll be Carlson to bring the ball forward. Hands off to Humphreys. He finds Shaw, who loses the ball, gets it back on a jump shot, kicks it out to the right side corner, taken there and kicked up top. And it'll be once again taken by Carlson as he backs himself out towards the middle of the lane. Into a jump shot that's missed. Olsen finds a rebound for his first of the game, and the Cardinals will bring it up the right side to the wing. Will Kress goes back up to Thompson, launches a deep 3-ball. No good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by number 15, a man I still don't have on my roster, and Carlson goes underneath the basket. Kicks it to the left side corner. 3-ball up. No good, and another rebound as a foul is going to be called underneath the basket. That one is going to go on Hayden Peterson, I believe, for the first foul on the Bear Lake Bears. And it'll be another chance for the Cardinals to take over. And the Cardinals coming back up the court once again. We'll move the basketball underneath. Will Kress diving out of bounds, trying to save it, but it's going to be a turnover on the Cardinals as the pass through the lane will give Bear Lake another chance with the basketball to go forward. 2:01 to go, still knotted up at 7. The two sides scoreless for about the last minute and a half. And again, up the court, Avery Carlson will bring the basketball. Crosses the SS at the middle of the court. Carlson gives to the near side. Ball held onto there and moved to the left side as Carlson tries to drive into the paint. He's going to be fouled at the right side elbow. And to the far sideline after Will Kress picks up his first foul. And the inbounds play is going to come in from, let's see, that is Mason Garbutt. I apologize. Bear Lake switching up a lot of their numbers coming into this game, so trying to figure out who is who out there on the court compared to the rosters. Carlson goes over to the left side wing, tries to drive in, kicks it back up top to Garbutt. Garbutt gives outside to Carlson. He'll bring it near half court to reset the offense. Bears set up in a 2 in the middle, 2 to the outside wings before bouncing it to the middle where Schwarting will take it at the right side elbow. Gives back outside to Carlson. Carlson loses the ball. He's going to be fouled on the play, though. That's Hiram Brown who picks up his first, 4th team foul on Soda Springs with 4 team fouls to the Cardinals, 2 to Bear Lake, and 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go here in the home of Soda Springs. Back into the game now is going to be Sam Roberts as he checks into the left side elbow. Bear Lake to inbound. Again, working left to right. They take it in the backcourt with Carlson bringing it up across the half-court stripe. Looks over to his left. Still walks that way. Josh Ball's guarding him there. Bounces it to the right side. Ball held there by Schwarting. Gives back outside to Carlson. He'll go to his left all the way to the top of the key. Gets cut off by Josh Balls, though, as he kicks the ball up to the top where Caden Romero will come back into the game and take his time. Under a minute to play, 7-7. The score still. Bear Lake really slowing down the pace as they'll swing a pass down low. Picked up underneath by Garbutt, I believe. That is Schwarting, and he loses the ball as it's picked up by Soda Springs. Josh Balls to the corner. Will Kress left wide open for 3. Air balls it over the hoop to the backside, and the rebound's pulled in by Sam Roberts. Up to the right side, Carlson to the wing. Goes between the legs to his left and now pulls it back out near half court. Josh Balls working in a man-to-man defense. Will hold on to him there. Pass over to the right wing. Held on to and helped by for a moment by Romrell. Romrell looks inside, drives to his left all the way to the free throw line, almost loses the ball, gets his dribble back, and holds it at the free throw line. Kicks it outside to Carlson, will reset the offense. 15 seconds left to go. Carlson backs up near the half-court stripe, now to 10 seconds. Josh Balls near the top of the key, guarding Carlson, goes to his left, catches a screen, loses the ball to the wing. 4 seconds to go. Carlson's going to have to do something on his own. Pump fakes, tries to drive in for the foul, airballs it short, and they head into the second quarter of play, knotted up 7-7 right here on KBRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where we sit right now with a tie ball game after a quarter of play and 2 teams that are really looking to play very different styles out on the court, as Bear Lake really seems to be trying to slow the pace down when they get onto the offensive end. The Cardinals really looking to try and pound it up and down the court, rushing the court, and it has worked in favor of both teams, but also it's worked against both teams as the Cardinals will come out in the second quarter with the ball, working right to left in the white uniforms with the red highlights, and Kyle Olson will take the point. Walks to his right, kicks the pass to Will Kress, working against a 2-3 defense being played by Bear Lake as they look to extend it on the front and keep the backside 3 down low near the basket, avoiding giving up any easy baskets. Will Kress finds Henry Workman at the free throw line. His turnaround jumper, no good. Josh Balls now pass inside to Olson. Will Kress with a short jumper from 15, in and out, no good. Henry Workman with the offensive board. He can't get it to go, and this time the ball dribbles all the way outside as Garbutt runs the court and lays one up and in after the rebound by Romrell as it came all the way out to him. Cardinals unlucky there, but the Bears forcing them to become unlucky in that game. As Olson takes one step forward, gives the ball up ahead, balls into the lane, dribbles it through, gets it to Will Kress, who lays it up and in, answering right back with his first bucket of the game, and we're all knotted up at 9 apiece after a minute in the second quarter has gone by. Ball bounced to the near side where Caden Romrell will launch one up ahead, taken there by Schwarting. He drives to his right at the wing, passes it down low, and is tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Cardinals and Hiram Brown. And the Bears will get another chance to inbound once again on their side of the court. Standing just to the side of the name printed along the baseline and looking to inbound it is Mason Garbutt. Launches one deep. It'll be taken by Romrell. He goes to the left side where bouncing a ball back outside is going to be another mystery number 2. Romrell gets the ball back, bounce pass to the left side. Romrell takes it on the wing. He tries to drive in the lane, splits everybody, is fouled from behind. Workman got a clean block at first, but as his arm dragged down, he caught the back side of the offensive player in Romrell, who was heading to the hoop, and that will send Caden to the stripe for a pair of free throws, the first free throws of the game for Bear Lake. So first shot is going to be made by Romrell at this stripe. Cardinals make some subs as back out into the game. Will Sims will make his appearance onto the court once again with one foul. Second free throw up, that's no good as Sims skies up for the rebound, his second. He'll give off to Josh Balls to push the pace up to the near side, goes behind the back, gets the ball almost intercepted, picks the ball off to Hiram Brown, foul down low. Sims turnaround jump shot, no good, tipped out of bounds, and it remains Soda Springs basketball as poking it away is Sam Roberts. Trey Shaw, I believe number 2, out onto the court for the Bear Lake Bears, as he's the one player who I had not been able to identify yet that had been playing in the game. And it'll be Josh Balls to inbound once again. He'll launch this one deep. Workman kicks a pass over to Sims. He stands outside the top of the key. Gives to Josh Balls, near side wing. 3-ball up off the side of the iron. No good, and the rebound dribbles all the way out to Will Kress. He'll secure it. Gives up top to Josh Balls. And Josh goes back to Will. Gets it back. Gives up top to Workman, swings it to the near side. Brown looks to drive inside, trying to feed a pass into the paint where Sims was waiting for it. Josh finds it now on the right side, kicks up top to Workman. He goes to the free throw line, dribbles his way there, rises for a shot, has it stripped out of his hands. Sims backs his way down, but now he has it stripped out of his hands, and the Cardinals turn it over for the 5th time in the game. Bringing the ball up the court is going to be Trey Shaw. He'll walk it to his left. Directs some traffic to bring Romrell up to the near side. He fakes a pass, gives it back over to Trey Shaw on the left side. Double team there, kicks a pass on a near side. Shot up by Roberts, banked in with a soft touch. Sam Roberts gives the Bears a 3-point lead, 12-9, with 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Will Kress on the far side gives over to Josh Balls. Up ahead, Brown gives inside. Balls kicks a pass to the right side elbow. Workman can't find anybody except for Sims, who's backed out on the right post. Goes under the basket, finds Josh Balls, drives in. Shot up and blocked away. Rebounded by Hiram Brown. His shot backed up as Josh Balls hits the deck inside the paint. And it's going to be kicked out to the near side. Shot up by Trey Shaw. In and out, no good. Rebounded and poked out of bounds off of Bear Lake as Walter Schwarting could not hold on to the basketball. And the Cardinals will get an opportunity to bring it forward after Bear Lake's 5th turnover of the game. More subs in for the Bears as Carlson will check back out onto the court, as does Damon Shaw. And Ridge Thompson will bring it forward. Flips a pass over to the right side, gives it back to Ridge Thompson. He's also fresh back onto the game after taking some time on the bench. Workman takes it right side wing. Goes up top to Myers, gives the balls. Near side, Thompson looks inside for a moment. Now rises for 3. Off the back iron, Josh Balls overran the rebound. Carlson going full court, lays one up and gets it to go after the rebound dribbled all the way out. He tracked it down, and Avery Carlson with his 5th point gives a 5-point lead to Bear Lake, who's gone on a 7-2 run. Tanner Myers gets the ball and is fouled outside of the top of the key. And that's going to go on to Avery Carlson for his first and is Bear Lake's 3rd. Cardinals get to inbound from the far side. Neither team really in foul trouble. Nobody's picked up multiple fouls in the game for either squad as Ridge Thompson takes the ball. Junior gives off to Josh Balls, who finds Tanner Myers top of the key in turn. Workman back up to Myers, pump fakes, drives into the hoop, lays one up short off the front of the rim. Offensive foul called on Tanner Myers. That's a turnover on the Cardinals again. I like the aggressiveness by Myers, but stop and pull that one up or pass it off to somebody else instead of trying to drive all the way into the hoop. That's the 2nd charge the Cardinals have taken in the game so far. 4:07 to go, 2nd quarter. 5-point lead for the Bears at 14-9. Cardinals looking to try and find some offensive motion, as whenever they've been able to hold the Bears in the half court, it seems like the Bears have struggled, but the offense has not been able to give them any chances to really have the Bears starting up in the half court offense. To the left side, bounce pass into the corner, pump fake there, and kick outside is going to be found by Damon Shaw. His shot short off the front of the rim and rebounded by Ridge Thompson. And the junior brings it up again. The point guard kicks the ball near side to Myers. Looks inside. Sims can't handle the pass. Workman saves it, though, for the Cardinals. Coming through the lane and lofts the pass to the near side. Myers fakes one top of the key. Finds Thompson cutting into the lane. He splits a double team. Finds Myers on the near side wing for three. No good. Rebound comes down to Henry Workman, who's fouled on the putback attempt. And that's going to send the sophomore to the free throw line for a pair, where the Cardinals have gone 1 for 2 in the game so far. And a chance to try and end this run that the Bears have been on. 3:25 to go in the second quarter, as Workman will step up to the line. And the sophomore's first free throw up and no good off of the back iron. That's where one of the struggles has come for the Cardinals so far in the game, as Houston Peterson checks back out for Soda Springs, and taking a seat on the bench is Damon Shaw. One more up for the sophomore Workman. This one's up and rolls its way down. Cardinals cut it to a two-possession game, 14-10, down by 4 points here with 3:22 to go in the second. On the near side, Trey Shaw bounces it into the right wing. Held onto there by Avery Carlson. Looks to go to his left. Beats Will Sims. Gets all the way around the edge. Underneath pass is up and blown. Almost a great play by Matthew Humphreys, but couldn't quite drop it down. Rebounded by Will Sims under the basket, and a foul's going to be called on Bear Lake, as I believe Sims was trying to dish it out, and that means Hayden Peterson picks up his third foul, which means he'll most likely be taking a seat onto the bench, and that is going to be the case. Back out into the game for him is Sam Roberts, and the Cardinals will inbound the ball. Tanner Myers takes it, gives it up ahead to Josh Balls. He'll give back over to Tanner Myers, looks to Josh Balls, gets it to him, and now skip pass to the near side to Ridge Thompson. He'll drive into the lane, puts up a little floater, banks too strong, rebounded by Workman. He goes up, fouled again on the play, and I believe this one is going to be whistled on to Matt Humphreys. And that is who is going to pick up the foul, as Workman gets his fifth rebound and a chance at two more free throws, where he's 1 for 2 tonight. Cardinals shooting 50% at 2 for 4. 14-10 with under 3 to play, 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go, and Workman at the line puts up the first free throw, and it sits on the front of the rim before falling off. No good. Remind you, we'll have our Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show coming up after the second quarter ends, as Workman's second free throw is going to go up and good. Cardinals continue their trend of make one, miss one. That's where everything has gone for them, 50% at the line. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go with Trey Shaw taking the point. Looks to his right, looks to drive in, crosses over to his left into the paint, kicks the ball outside. Taken there by Roberts. He'll fire a pass to the right side corner, bounce pass underneath by Peterson. Houston gets the ball back, looks to bounce it underneath into the paint, almost turned over. Overruns the ball, though, does Houston. Workman comes up with the steal. He'll bring it up to the top of the key and hands off to Josh Balls. He'll give off to Myers. Myers flips the pass to the near side, tipped out of bounds by Bear Lake, and the Cardinals will hold on to it on the near sideline for another inbounds play. 2:25 to go, down by 4. It should be down by 3, and they fixed that on the scoreboard now, 14-11. And Josh Balls to inbound, finds Tanner Myers. He's going to beat his man as Trey Shaw falls down before they give it to Josh Balls on the near side. Pass down into the low block. Sims kicks this one out to Josh Balls. Balls gets it back after it's almost tipped away from him. And Tanner Myers will get the ball near side. Sims into the paint, double team, rises for a short jumper, rolls around. Great shot by Will Sims. That's an opportunity at a shot of the game, brought to you by Gem Valley Surveyors. Cardinals back within 1, 14-13, and Trey Shaw will back the ball out near the top of the key. Actually backs out near the half-court line. Minute 52 to go. Gets a screen on the near side. Humphreys calls for the ball in the paint. Instead, they'll kick it to the right side. Air ball is going to be missed badly. Cardinals will pull down the rebound with Tanner Myers as Josh Balls drives all the way to the hoop. They're going to call it for 2, I believe, as free throws coming up to Josh as he was in the act of shooting. And Soda Springs will step up to the free throw line after the foul is whistled on Trey Shaw going down the court. It'll be his first, and Josh Balls will step to the free throw line for a pair. There was a little bit of confusion by Josh Balls as to whether it was going to be an inbounds or not. A very interesting call. So, it's just going to be 1-1 as they will call it onto the floor. And so Josh will have to earn the second free throw. Traditionally one of the better free throw shooters, can't make the front end there, and it's going to be rebounded to the near side and picked up by Caden Romrell. Romrell gives to the far side, gets it back, drives into the paint. He's going to be fouled. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up for Romrell, and I believe they're going to call that one on to Will Sims, and he picks up his second as Caden Romrell will step to the line where he is 1 for 2, made his first one and missed his second one. 14-13, 1 point advantage for Bear Lake in a big rivalry game with plenty riding on it in the standings. As the first free throw up high off the back iron and misses to the left side. And he goes 1 for 3 now. Does Romrell from the line, as does Bear Lake, as he's the only one who's taken free throws. 17 fouls apiece. Cardinals have gone 3 for 7 from the line, while Bear Lake is 1 for 3. One more free throw coming up for Caden. Black shoes, black socks with the blue tops, black leggings, and the blue jersey up on top of that with black numbers highlighted in white. Free throw up, the second one good. He's 2 for 4 at the line, and it's 15-13, a 2-point advantage for Bear Lake. Minute and 30 to go. Cardinals to bring it forward. Kyle Olson gives it to the near side where Rich Thompson goes back over to Olson. He'll skip a pass to the near side, saved from going out of bounds by Hiram Brown into the paint. Thompson goes underneath the basket. Josh Balls kicks outside. Workman rises from the short corner. Workman drops it home. That's his first field goal. He's got 4 points, and the Cardinals knotted up at 15 apiece. Minute and 8 seconds left to go. Bear Lake with the ball near the half-court stripe. Bounce pass over to the elbow. It'll be held onto there and drive to his left as Roberts puts up a shot. Fouled in the bucket. Sam Roberts reaching up, gets the contact, finds the ball, and gets it into the bottom of the net. 1 minute on the dot to go as Hiram Brown picks up his second foul. And it's the 8th team foul on the Cardinals with one free throw, coming up for Roberts on the and one attempt. Free throw up and gets the friendly roll off the front of the rim, drops home, and it's 18-15. Cardinals back down by 3. It'll be Ridge Thompson to bring it up, flicks it up ahead where Olson will bring it up across the half-court stripe. Goes to his right, gets into the corner where he hands off to Brown. Brown gives off the ball, skip past the near side. Thompson fakes the 3, now cuts inside, gives it off to Olson, and a foul's going to be called on the floor. And I believe Olson's going to step to the line as they're actually going to call this one. It should be on Romrell as number 2's not even on the court. So it'll be on Caden Romrell for his first foul. And it, as I said, sends Kyle Olson to the free throw line, another fairly good shooter for the Cardinals with 1 and 1 attempts coming up here. First foul on Romrell. First free throw up, no good. Rebound popped up into the air, almost went over by the Cardinals, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Soda and Hiram Brown, and it'll be back to Bear Lake as the Bears will get to inbound to bring it forward. 42 seconds left to go, and Carlson will take the point. The sophomore walks the ball forward as Ridge Thompson picks him up at half court. Carlson looks inside, goes to his left near the sideline, counts as a pass to the near side where it's taken by Houston Peterson. Houston waves his arms around, looks to go to his right, backs it back up on the wing as he uses double dribbles with the ball, but they're going to say it's a foul called on Kyle Olson, his first, and it sends Peterson to the free throw line now. Houston yet to take any free throws, has the 1 and 1 coming up. 21.5 seconds to go. Bear Lake up by 3, 18-15. They've outscored the Cardinals 11-8 in this second quarter of play. Neither team's really had that many great offensive possessions as Peterson knocks home the first free throw and earns one more. It's definitely an offensive night that both teams want to forget right now, but part of that has been because of good defense and not necessarily a lot of turnovers for either team, but just a lot of out-of-bounds plays and a lot of plays where the Cardinals have not necessarily, Cardinals or Bears have forced bad shots into the lane. It's Olson, drives to the hoop. An offensive foul once again as Olson gets called for the charge this time. Another turnover by Soda Springs as their 7th by my count. Kyle Olson picks up his second foul. I like the aggressiveness by the Cardinals, but it's not working out in their favor right now as Bear Lake doing a good job sliding inside of the paint. Under 12 seconds to play here as Carlson brings it forward. Last time he struggled to get a clean shot off at the buzzer at the end of the first quarter as Carlson dribbles in, comes near the top of the key, goes to his right, goes between the legs, pump fakes, puts up a shot, rinse up, can't get the friendly roll, and the rebound tipped out to the near side after it was pulled down by Sam Roberts. Bear Lake heads into the quarter with a 20-15 lead on Soda Springs. a 5-point advantage as we head into the Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
Live life comfortably in your new cozy Lazy Boy recliner, sofa, couch, or love seat. With a huge selection to choose from, you'll find the right one for you at Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. If you've been dreaming of brand new kitchen appliances like refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and chest freezers, you'll be able to find top brands like Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag. Visit Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. Come find what you're looking for. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
Studies show that people recover better from illness and injury in the comfort of their own homes. Bear Lake Memorial's home health services include skilled nursing, physical therapy, and personal care services. For more information, call Shauna at 208-847-4454.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's halftime for the Soda Springs Cardinals, and that means we're going to take a break and get back to our Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show after this word from our sponsor. Right here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Are you feeling stressed? The Anxiety and Depression Association of America offers a few helpful tips to manage stress. Take a time out. Eat well-balanced meals. Get enough sleep. Limit alcohol and caffeine, which can cause anxiety and trigger panic attacks. And welcome humor. A good laugh goes a long way. If your stress level needs professional help, contact Mexico Therapeutic Services at 208-547-4550.
Welcome back out once again to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, as right now they are trailing Bear Lake by what you would call a disappointing score for Soda Springs and a very exciting score for Bear Lake, 20-15. Not to say anything against Bear Lake, but Soda Springs, I know, was expecting a lot better from themselves in this game and really has not shot well in the game, whereas Bear Lake has not only taken advantage of their opportunities, has really outplayed the Cardinals on the defensive end, as they've really been very competitive despite having what you would call a height disadvantage in this game. It was tied at 7 apiece after the first quarter of play, and both sides looked to be in a defensive groove, but after that, Soda Springs really started to give up a couple of loose balls, some breakaway shots for Bear Lake, and they were able to jump out by a 5-point lead in that second quarter, 13-8, and part of that was led again by the turnovers as they were able to cash in on the turnovers that the Cardinals were giving them in that contest. We'll take a break, come back with our actual stats on this game. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
How'd I do?
You'll get better. Tim can't wait to be a real driver. But for now, he's king of the online track thanks to Silver Star Communications high-speed internet. Reliable, consistent speeds give him the edge against players anywhere, even the other end of the couch.
Whoa. You'll get better.
Visit silverstar.com to learn more.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, Fish Dad!
Oh, come on! This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-444 411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
Come on, smile.
Welcome back out here to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, where right now they trail Bear Lake 20-15 on your Mexico Therapeutic Services halftime show. Reminder, this game and every game brought to you by Caribou Memorial Hospital, where you will find a qualified, happy, and fun staff working with doctors who have a real interest in your well-being. They also have a large network of specialists and surgeons working in state-of-the-art surgical facilities and feature on-site rehabilitation services to ensure you have a comfortable and timely recovery. That's Caribou Memorial Hospital, Living Center, and clinics at 300 South 3rd West in Soda Springs. Looking at the numbers as we come to the halftime break, the Cardinals being led right now by a pair of their posts, Will Sims and Henry Workman, with 4 points apiece and 8 rebounds between the two of them. Workman leading in that stat category with 5 rebounds, Will Sims adding 3. Josh Balls has 3 points in the game, 2 points for Tanner Myers, 2 for Will Kress, 2 for Rich Thompson, and that wraps everything up for Soda Springs. Nobody has hit an outside shot for the Cardinals yet, as they are ice cold from the field when it comes to anything beyond 15 feet. On the other side for Bear Lake, they have yet to hit any more than 1 3 either, as Avery Carlson came out early and hit one. He's leading their team as well with 5 points, tied with Sam Roberts for that category. And after that, they've had very even scoring with 5 more players with 2 points. Matthew Humphreys, Hayden Peterson, and Houston Peterson, as well as Caden Romrell and Mason Garbett with points in the game, all of them with 2 points. Cardinals out rebounding Bear Lake 15-10, but they haven't been able to do too much with it, as their offensive rebounds have not been able to find the bottom of the hoop, and their defensive rebounds have not been capitalized on much either. Well, Bear Lake is leading from the free throw line, shooting 5 for 7 compared to Soda Springs 3 for 8 from the charity line. That's a look at your numbers at the half. We'll take one more break, come back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Are you feeling stressed? The Anxiety and Depression Association of America offers a few helpful tips to manage stress. Take a time out. Eat well-balanced meals. Get enough sleep. Limit alcohol and caffeine, which can cause anxiety and trigger panic attacks. And welcome humor. A good laugh goes a long way. If your stress level needs professional help, contact Mexico Therapeutic Services at 208-547-4550.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream and video online at mylocalradio.com. I want to thank everybody who's joining us on our live video stream. If you haven't checked out the live video stream, I encourage you to do so, as it is a great feature that we try to bring to you here at the home of the Cardinals every single week moving forward, as the Cardinals looking to try and make a deep run, and we'll be right there with them for every single play, but it's got to turn around on the offensive side for Soda Springs, as they are trailing the Bears right now 20-15 on your home for Cardinal Sports. Starting of the third quarter, Cardinals will come out with their starters as Will Sims, Henry Workman, Tanner Myers, Josh Balls, and Ridge Thompson. After not spending much time out on the court in their warm-ups, Bear Lake was out with about 3.5 minutes left to go. The Cardinals did not come out of the locker room until literally about a minute and a half or so until the start of the game in the second half. Bear Lake will open up with the basketball to start the third quarter of play, working right to left on your radio dial, again in the blue uniforms. Cardinals wearing the home whites. And the ball's inbounded on the far sideline and brought forward. Damon Shaw gives it up ahead to Carlson, and he'll bring it up the left side. Bounce pass to the right side where Sam Roberts will hold it on the wing, kicks a pass top of the key. Houston Peterson gives it over to the right side, taken there by Damon Shaw, who goes up top to, that's Humphreys. Humphreys, inside pass, pump fake underneath the basket by Peterson. Kicks the ball outside, almost turned it over. Roberts has a shot blocked away and rebounded by Josh Balls. He'll come up to the left side of the court, kicks the pass to the corner. Rich Thompson finds Josh. He'll cut into the lane, puts up a running jumper, skips off of the rim. Will Sims pulls down the rebound, throws it right into the hands of Bear Lake for a turnover. And Soda Springs will pick up their first turnover of the game. And up the court come the Bears. Over to the right side. Shaw gives the ball off to Carlson at the top of the key. Bounce pass near the top of the key once again. Humphreys takes the ball, tries to clear some room, goes inside to the elbow before kicking it up top to Sam Roberts. 7:05 to go, no score in the quarter yet, as the Bears lead by 5, 20-15 in the third. To the right side corner, Carlson. Bring it back around near the top of the key himself, kicks it to the near side. Sam Roberts there will go to his right. Goes back up to the top of the key, where it's held on to by Humphreys. Looks to go to his right, kicks it to the right side wing. Shaw goes back up to Humphreys at the elbow. Pump fake, drives on Sims. Bounce pass onto the backside, up and getting rejected out of bounds. Henry Workman stuffing the body of Peterson, and Houston had a problem there, as the Bears will get to inbound the ball underneath their own basket, but a big statement being made by Henry Workman there, denying the ball into the paint on a backdoor pass. Was a pretty pass, but the play not finished. Inbounds pass goes to Carlson, right side corner. Shot, pump fake by Roberts. Blocked away again by the Cardinals, and Soda Springs will bring it forward after Will Sims pulled down the rebound on his own block. Pass to the far side, tipped out of bounds by the Bears, and Soda will get to keep possession of it coming back up the court. 6:27 to go in the third quarter. And the Bears in the blue uniforms in the defensive set. Inbounds pass goes to Myers. His three ball short off the front of the rim, but rebounded by Josh Balls on the right side. He'll get the ball inside the paint. Workman goes up, gets the bank shot to go. Henry up to 6 points now after Josh Balls finds him on the assist. And the Cardinals back within 3, 20-17. Carlson hands off in the corner. Sam Roberts gives up to Humphreys. He'll hand the ball off near the top of the key. Taking it there is Shaw, who gives it to Roberts. Outside to Carlson. Backs it up on the wing. With 6:02 to go, he goes to his right. Kicks back to Roberts once again. Holds the ball for a moment after using his dribble before finding Humphreys. In the lane he goes. Puts up a falling away shot as he loses his balance. Josh Balls with his third rebound of the quarter. Gives up to the near side. Ridge Thompson rises for a short jumper. Rebounded under the hoop by Avery Carlson, who'll come up his own self. Pushing the pace. Bounce pass into the backside. Houston Peterson fouled on the way up. Henry Workman picks up his second foul. And Houston Peterson, with the aggressiveness there, is going to earn a pair of shots at the line. Right-handed shooter is Houston. Blue and gray shoes with the black leggings and the blue jersey. Will spin up the first shot and can't get it to go. And the score remains 20-17 with 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Battle between two teams with one loss in District 5. And the winner of this game moves into the number 2 spot in the district. Second free throw up and good. As Carl Peterson makes it a 4-point game, 21-17. Cardinals within 4. They've never trailed by more than 5 in the game so far, as Rich Thompson gives up ahead to Myers. He'll drive into some traffic, stops and pops from the elbow on the right side. Rebound by Rich Thompson, tries to work his way up. Ball popped high into the air by the Bears and rebounded on the blocked attempt by Hayden Peterson, and it's a jump ball called by the officials. That's an Erickson Racing and Repair jump ball for all your automotive, snowmobile, and ATV repair needs. The Cardinals get a chance to inbound as the possession arrow is in their favor with 5:21 to go. Josh Balls to inbound, gives to Thompson, near side. He gives off to Myers on the wing. Goes over to Balls. Balls comes back to the near side, throws it into the hands of Carlson. Turnover by the Cardinals, their second of the quarter. Backside pass to Houston Peterson, who lays it up and in on a good opportunity for what our play of the game could be. Brought to you by Gem Valley Surveyors for all your surveying needs. Ball skipped to the far side. Josh Balls goes into the near side wing. Tanner Myers pump fakes, drives inside, kicks a pass to Workman. He struggles to pull the ball in, puts up a shot, gets the friendly touch on the rim, and answers right back with a shot of his own. And gets it back to a 4-point game. 23-19 into the paint, and 3 Cardinals lose their feet as they drive up into the air and foul Hayden Peterson, who will step to the line now. And a great job by the Bears of driving underneath the hoop. And a rebound or foul goes on to Will Sims. I believe that is his 3rd of the game. Second foul on Soda Springs. And it'll be on the floor. They'll say he was not in the act of shooting. It is the 3rd foul on the Cardinals. Or 3rd foul on Will Sims, I should say. No team fouls on the Bears. Just 2 on the Cardinals as the pass is inbounded and shot up too strong. Rebounded by Will Kress. Still fighting for the ball as it comes out to the right side wing. And Carlson puts up a 3. No good off to the far side corner. He's Carlson trying to save it. Watches as it dribbles out of bounds. Back into the hands of the Cardinals after a scrum for the basketball. Will give it back over to Soda Springs. Good open look for Carlson from the right side wing, but just could not cash in on it as neither team has been shooting well from outside. Ridge Thompson brings the ball forward, throws it away into the middle of the paint. That's 11 turnovers for the Cardinals, and up the court again will come the Bear Lake Bears. To the right side, Peterson drives in, puts up a shot. That's Houston, and Houston knocks home the deuce. He's got 5 points in the quarter, 25-19. It's the biggest lead of the game for the Bears. Ridge Thompson back the other way, drops home a deuce of his own in motion. He's got 4 points, and the Cardinals back within 4 again, 25-21. The two sides trying to heat up their offenses in their own respective styles. Bear Lake with a slower paced run or game in the half-court set, and the Cardinals running the ball up and down the court. Pass over to the right side by Hayden Peterson. Finds Carlson on the wing. He'll hand off the ball, taken by Houston Peterson, bounces back to Carlson, drives in a step double team before finding Houston at the free throw line. He backs up at the top of the key, gives to the right side wing. That's where Carlson will bring it around near the wing before kicking it up top to Hayden Peterson. Peterson looks down low into the paint, kicks it over to the right side though, where his twin brother finds the ball and gives to Humphreys. Humphreys tries to drive, foul called. That's going to go on Hiram Brown as he got into the way of Humphreys driving in. A little bit of a hip check, and Brown picks up his 3rd foul. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Timeout's going to be taken by Bear Lake, a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
One stop and get everything on your list. Gas, groceries, fresh deli items, lottery tickets, and all your fish and game licenses. Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs is locally owned and open 7 days a week. You can check the daily lunch specials every Monday through Friday on the Patterson Quick Stop Facebook page. When you need it quick, get it at Patterson Quick Stop in Soda Springs, 111 North Hooper. Go Cardinals!
Back here at the home of Soda Springs and the Cardinals, the Soda Springs squad struggling from the field as they are down by 4 to Bear Lake, and it has not been for a lack of opportunities to score. It's been from a lack of being able to cash in on those opportunities as Bear Lake is rolling in the game right now. They've also turned the ball over 11 times to Bear Lake 7 by my count, and it is watched as the Bears, despite not getting a ton of rebounds, only 12 in the game by my count, which is unofficial, so probably off by a couple, have been able to really roll through the Cardinals on both sides of the court right now without giving up too many easy consolation baskets. Well, the Bears have been slowly chipping time down, which is their best friend. Only up by 4, though, so plenty of time for the Cardinals to chip in. 25-21. Hayden Peterson trying to answer that. Can't do it. Shot short off the front of the rim. Ridge Thompson comes up the court himself, spins into the lane, rises with a little teardrop, gets the roll. Ridge Thompson doing it himself. He's got 6 points, and the Cardinals back within 2. 25-23 with 3:12 to go. The junior finding some life with back-to-back buckets inside the paint. Up the court now comes Carlson. To his right, near the half-court stripe, bounces it over into the right wing. Taken there by Shaw. Damon comes over to the near side. Workman cuts him off. Pass into lane is going to be kicked on the play. Bear Lake will retain possession, and the Cardinals will get another chance to bring the basketball forward as Rich Thompson bends down and ties the shoe. Shoes laced. He'll come out to the near side wing to guard Carlson as the Bears will sub in. And coming in for a breather as Mason Garbutt has taken a seat on the bench is Damon Shaw. To do the inbounding play is going to be Peterson. Houston passes this one in where it's going to be held on to by Schwarting. Schwarting moves it up top and it'll end up in the hands of Carlson. He'll come to his left, looks to pass it inside. Still holding around with the pivot foot, gives to Houston Peterson. Peterson goes back to Carlson to his right. Lofts a pass into the lane. Tie up, almost tipped into the basket. Rebounded though on the miss by Tanner Myers. He'll go up ahead, throws it away to Bear Lake, make it 12 turnovers, and the Bears come back up with that 2-point lead intact. Garbutt goes to the right side where Carlson takes it near the half-court stripe with 2:23 to go and will hold on to the ball to take his time. Tries to drive in, now kicks the ball to the left side wing. Garbutt holds it there, guarded by Tanner Myers outside the 3-point line. Tanner strips the ball away on a steal, fouled on the way up the court. That's going to be an easy call as Hayden Peterson picks up his 4th by my count. The sophomore, a little bit frustrated it looks like, and with 2:12 to go, the first Bear Lake foul is going to be whistled. And Tanner Myers will get to inbound after the Bears' 8th turnover of the game. It'll be Rich Thompson to bring it forward past his near side. Tanner Myers looks to drive in, loses his dribble, almost turns it over, gets it inside where Olsen has the ball and is fouled from behind. That one's going to go on to Walter Schwarting for his 1st by my count. And Schwarting picks up his 1st. 2:03 to go, 25-23. Cardinals to inbound underneath their own basket. Crest lines one in. Workman open first 2 from the free throw line. Has it wrap around. Olsen with the putback though. The shortest man on the court dropping home the deuce on the offensive board. And we're all knotted up at 25 apiece. 1:50 to go here. The Cardinals with Carlson out near the half-court line will come to the near side. Carlson spins around trying to guard the ball and get some looks inside as Thompson forces it away. Taken by Garbutt, back to Carlson. Goes over to the far side before centering it near the half-court line. Bounce pass to the right side wing. Garbutt floats one inside. Roberts blocked away by Workman, out of bounds. That's your play of the game by my count right now, as Workman with a rejection, his 3rd of the game. And the Bears will have to inbound once again. Underneath their own basket. Driving into the paint. Garbutt pulls it at the elbow, throws the ball away as he expected a cut from one side for Carlson, and he cut too far to the other side. And the Cardinals, with 1:23 left to go, can take their 1st lead of the quarter, and the 1st lead since I believe it was 7-7. It'll be up to the top of the key. Tanner Myers with the ball, looks to drive inside, looks over to Josh Balls, into the paint. Workman takes it on the right side elbow, looks over to Myers, now he's going to dribble it on his own, steps to the hoop, puts up a short shot, no good, rebounded by Will Cresto, kicks it outside to Balls. Workman gets the ball at the free throw line, drives, and is fouled. Henry's going to step to the line again, where he's got 8 points, 2 for 4 from the stripe, with 3 field goals as well. Foul's going to be picked up by Schwarting. It'll be his 2nd and the team's 3rd on Bear Lake. 59.8 seconds to go. 3 team fouls apiece for the Cardinals and the Bears, all knotted up here at 25. Workman, 1 more to fire, and this one is going to find its way to the bottom of the hoop. Henry 3 for 5 now from the stripe, and the Cardinals move to 4 for 9. This is where they need to cash in this second half, is at the free throw line. That's where they struggled in the first half. 26-25, Cardinals up by 1. And the ball to be inbounded once again by Henry Workman. 1 free throw coming up. Inbounds play coming up. As Workman fires the free throw up, that's good. 2 for 2 on the trip. He's made his last 3, and the Cardinals move to 5 for 10 at the line, 50%. 56 seconds to go. Bear Lake down by 2, 27-25. And it'll be Peterson with the ball. Houston comes to the near side. Gives off to, I believe that is a body of Damon Shaw. Almost has stripped away. Excuse me, that's Houston Peterson. Puts up a shot off the rim. Long. Rebounded on the backside. Stripped away and back into the hands of Schwarting. And he's going to lose it out of bounds. And he thought he was fouled. I think Coach Brandon Carlson thought he was too, as he goes over and has a word with the official. The official not giving him anything but the time of day. And with 35 seconds to go, the Cardinals get to bring it forward again after another Bear Lake turnover, their 9th of the game. Tanner Myers with the ball, goes to his right, steps back, passes up the 3 ball, gives to Josh Balls. Olsen takes it left side elbow, backs it up to the wing, outside the 3-point line with 20 seconds to go. Pass to Josh Balls, he'll rise for 3, just to the left of the top of the key, can't get it to go. Workman with the offensive board, turns around, can't get his putback to go though, and it's Schwarting with another rebound, his 3rd. Workman, a heck of a job pulling down the board, but could not quite cash in on it. 4 seconds to go. Bears coming back the other way. A foul's going to be called. I believe it'll be on the floor. And it's going to be picked up by Josh Balls. And it will be an inbounds play coming up for the Bears with 3.5 seconds to go. 14th foul on the Cardinals. And they're up by 2, 27-25. Josh Balls to check out after picking up his 2nd foul. And Ridge Thompson back into the game for Soda. Bounce pass inside. Lost by Sam Roberts. Picked up. Lost by Olsen now as the buzzer sounds off. And we'll head into the 4th quarter of play. The Cardinals coming back from down by 5. They outscore Bear Lake by 7 points, 12-5 in the quarter. And we head into the 4th quarter with a great game on our hands here on KBRV 800 The Bear and online with live video streaming at mylocalradio.com.
Whether or not you like winter, winter is upon us. There has never been a better time to convert to natural gas. Make this winter more comfortable and warm with a natural gas Lennox furnace from Reed's Plumbing and Heating in Soda Springs. The temperature outside doesn't matter. Keep your family cozy for years to come. For a new natural gas furnace, service on your existing furnace, or an in-home consultation, visit Reed's Plumbing and Heating today. 180 South 3rd East, next to the overpass. Reed's Plumbing and Heating. Natural gas worth asking for.
Studies show that people recover better from illness and injury in the comfort of their own homes. Bear Lake Memorial's home health services include skilled nursing, physical therapy, and personal care services. For more information, call Shauna at 208-847-4454.
Start of quarter number 4 here at the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals, 27-25. Soda Springs up by 2 after outscoring Bear Lake 12-5. All 5 of Bear Lake's points coming from Houston Peterson as the Bears inbound the basketball to the right side. Sam Roberts drives baseline, throws it off of a Cardinal, picked up on the play and going up and getting the bucket to fall. Caden Romrell lining one into the hoop. You got to be lucky sometimes, and a great job of drawing the contact from Kyle Olsen in order to knock home the bucket and get the and one opportunity. Knocks it up at 27-27 with 6 seconds gone by as the Cardinal student section making some noise, and the free throw up and no good as Tanner Myers pulls down his 3rd rebound of the game. Up the court will come Myers, up to the top of the key, stops, 2-foot plant and gives off to Will Kress. Gives back over to Myers, he'll fake to the left, comes back to Will. To his right, picks up his dribble in the corner, lofts a pass to Myers. He thought about a deep 3 for a moment, picks up his dribble and gives back to Kress. Trying to find a pass down low to Olsen. They'll go back up to Myers near the top of the key with 7 minutes and 31 seconds to go. Ridge Thompson takes it on the wing, rises for 3 with a hand in his face, can't get it to go. Workman rises up above the defense, times the jump well, and he's got 10 points to go with his 7 boards. 29-27, and the Cardinals will go back on defense with a 2-point advantage. Taking it up there is Carlson for Bear Lake in the blue uniforms. Over to the near side, Houston Peterson. That's a lob pass deep. Sam Roberts trying to save it from going to bounds. Ridge Thompson drives up, goes in, hesitates, loses the ball, out of bounds, last touch by himself, and one turnover deserves another as the Cardinals, after forcing Bear Lake's 10th turnover, give their 13th right back to them. 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go. The Soda Springs right now up by 2, 29-27 in a game that has been extremely tight for both of these teams on the court as Bear Lake, full court pressure backed off by the Cardinals. We'll have Carlson bringing the ball forward. Right to left on your radio dial. It'll be Carlson near the half-court stripe. Looks to go left. Goes right on Thompson. Cuts off, gets cut off by Tanner Myers. Great job by Tanner helping out over on that right side of the court as they fight it down to Romrell. He'll drive underneath the basket, fakes a pass out, goes underneath, and it's going to be a pass out to the near side wing. Back to Romrell, fouled on the play. Workman got him hard on the arm, and it sends Romrell to the line once again where he is 2 for 5. 16th foul on the Cardinals, 3rd on Henry Workman. and it gives Romrell a chance to try and knot this game up with 6:34 to go. Caden, 4 points in the game. Watches as the student section makes some noise back behind him. Spins the ball in his right hand, puts it up, and cannot get it to go. And the Cardinals, no matter what happens here, will end up holding on to the lead. With Romrell coming up to the line once again. Romrell, one of the juniors on the squad, not a starter, but is one of the stronger players on the team from what I've seen out there coming off of the bench. Takes 3 dribbles, right-handed shooter, spins it as the Cardinal student section again makes noise and knocks home the second free throw. He's 3 for 7 at the line now, and the Cardinals lead trimmed back to 1. 29-28 up the court. It's going to be Myers with the ball into the corner, gets some room, rises for 3, standing still, can't hit the bucket. Rebound out of bounds to the Cardinals. Romrell had to try and beat Josh Balls to the corner, and he's last to touch as he couldn't get it with 2 hands. Soda with a chance to inbound now on the far sideline, and Josh Balls will be in charge of that inbounding process. Bounces the ball or lofts the pass near side to Thompson. Thompson finds Workman. He rises for 2 at the free throw line, rolls around the rim, can't get it to go, and the rebound's pulled in by Damon Shaw for his first of the game. He'll come up the near side, looks to go near, and gives off to Carlson. He'll find some room near half court with 6:07 to go, passes the ball off. Thompson almost steals it away underneath Roberts, gets wide open, blows the layup underneath. Tanner Myers with his 4th rebound, and the Cardinals defense holds once again. Myers gives near side to Balls. Balls brings up 3-point line. Thompson finds some room, hesitates, bounces a pass. No look to Will Sims. He can't find a shot. Now turns around, fires one up. Can't get the friendly roll, but he's fouled on the play, and he's going to head to the line. Foul is going to be called on Matthew Humphreys for his 2nd, I believe. The team's 4th on Bear Lake. And Will Sims, who has yet to take a free throw, will step to the line. Almost got a 3-point play as it sat on the rim for a moment before falling off to the left side. Right-handed free throw shooter Sims, junior, 6'4", first free throw up and good. Give him 5 points on the game now, one of the leading scorers for the Cardinals tonight. Henry Workman leads in that category, 10 points with a third of Soda Springs' contributions. Sims and Rich Thompson combining for 11 more of that. Second free throw, no good by Sims. Rebound comes to Henry Workman. He has it stripped out of his hands, though hits the deck. After pulling down the offensive board, they're going to call another foul. This one will be on to Soda. And it'll be 1-and-1 free throws coming up as Workman's going to be whistled for his 4th. That'll send him to the bench for a chance to take a seat, and it sends Romrell to the line for 1-and-1 opportunities with the Cardinals up by 2. 17 foul on Soda Springs. Then Romrell, and then right-handed shooter to the line. Dark blue shoes, midnight blue. Darker than almost a black color. His first free throw by Romrell, up, in and out, no good, rebounded by Will Sims. Cardinals can bring it forward after Sims gets his 6th rebound of the game. Balls to the corner. Thompson rises for a short jumper from 12, gets it to go. 6 points in the second half for Thompson. 32-28, the Cardinals up by 4. They've led by as many as 5 in the game back when it was 7-2. Since then, it's been all Bear Lake trying to fight back, but the Cardinals coming back in their own right as the ball goes back to the boys in blue. To the near side, taking it is going to be Damon Shaw. Goes to his right, cut off, and hands the ball off to Romrell. To his left, into the lane, all the way to the hoop. Fights a shot up. Good defense played by Will Sims. Will Kress comes up with the board, gives up ahead. Myers rises for a short jumper of his own, and he cans it. The Cardinals causing Bear Lake to time out as it's 34-28 with 5:02 to go. Soda Springs on a big run here, and we take a timeout. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live video streaming online at mylocalradio.com.
Live life comfortably in your new cozy Lazy Boy recliner, sofa, couch, or love seat. With a huge selection to choose from, you'll find the right one for you at Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. If you've been dreaming of brand new kitchen appliances like refrigerators, ranges, microwaves, and chest freezers, you'll be able to find top brands like Whirlpool, Amana, and Maytag. Visit Sanders Furniture and Appliances in Soda Springs. Come find what you're looking for. Sanders Furniture, 148 South Main, Soda Springs.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. I want to give everybody a notice that tonight is Red Out Night at the home of the the Soda Springs Cardinals, as the student body here And I have information to give you on that as soon as I can actually pull open the text I got. As tonight's game is read out for heart awareness. The Soda Springs High School Student Council is raising awareness for the American Heart Association. They have shirts for $5 and plastic ducks for $1 that they're selling, and all the money is going to the American Heart Association. All halftime shoot money for the past 2 weeks is also being donated to that, and they will have shirts for sale at the school office for $5 again tomorrow. And that'll delay the last day that you can actually get those into get those shirts. So if you have a student or if you want one for yourself, come by the game tonight or come by the game tomorrow. You might be able to get one as well here at Soda Springs High School. Back into the action, 34-28, Soda Springs up by 6 in the fourth quarter of play with just under 5 minutes to go. Bear Lake with the ball as they gave it into Carlson, tries to drive in, gets cut off by Ridge Thompson, goes back to his left, gets the lane to the hoop, flows one over the basket though. Rebound is going to see as Ridge Thompson ran straight into one of Bear Lake's players. We'll see who picks up the foul. Not sure who it's going to be, and it's going to be whistled on to Sam Roberts, his first by my count, 5th on the Bears, and Ridge Thompson will get credit for the rebound as he was absolutely leveled by Roberts, and Roberts is going to come over and take a seat on the bench as Brandon Carlson giving him a chance to cool down. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Soda Springs will give Ridge Thompson a chance to bring it up. Goes back over to Myers. Myers comes back to Ridge, back to Myers. The two of them playing catch on the way up the court. Myers fakes a pass to Thompson, gives over to Balls. He drives baseline, loses the ball off his own foot. Back over to Bear Lake. 14 turnovers in the game now for Soda Springs with 4:26 to go in the fourth quarter. 34-26, Cardinals still up by 6 as Bear Lake will trot the ball forward. And Avery Carlson taking the point. Comes to the near side, looks to his left, hands the ball off. It's taken there by Hayden Peterson. To his right, gives the ball into the hands now of Humphreys. Steps to the free throw line, kicks outside. Avery Carlson open for 2, gets it to go. Nice shot by Carlson for his first points of the second half. He's got 7 in the game, and it's back to a 4-point game, 34-30. Josh Balls up the court, is going to drive right into the body of Avery Carlson. Carlson didn't move his feet quickly enough, and the Cardinals come up with a turnover, or excuse me, a foul. And Josh Balls will inbound from the near sideline as the senior will look to go deep. Gives to Thompson, who cuts into the lane, bounce past the near side. Will Sims goes baseline, pass into the paint. Tanner Myers with a power dribble, goes up for the shot, fouled on the way to the hoop. And Tanner Myers is going to have a chance at a pair of free throws now. His first free throws of the game. The Cardinals 3 for 4 in the second half and makes them 6 for 12 in the game. 3:54 to go. Myers, after being fouled by Humphreys for Humphreys' third. We'll watch as Myers gets the first free throw to give the Cardinals a 5 for 4 free throw shooting night in the second half. Big difference in this game has been the rebounding category. Cardinals have only given up 5 rebounds to the Bears in the second half of play. Now, granted, some of the rebounds have gone out of bounds off of the Cardinals, and that's been a major factor in this game, as well as the 7 second half turnovers by the Cardinals. But you can't say the Cardinals have not been boxing out on the inside. Plenty of offensive rebounds for them as well. Free throw up. That one can't get the roll. Rebound underneath the basket, pulled down by Hayden Peterson, his 4th of the game. And the Bears will again trot it forward. 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go, down by 5, 35-30. Carlson coming all the way to his left, hands the ball on where it's taken by Hayden Peterson. One dribble, bounce pass over to Humphreys, looks inside. Humphreys tries to drive, loses his footing, and Will Sims will be called for the block. Will picks up his 4th foul. Cardinals' 8th team foul, and 1-and-1 free throws coming up for the junior Matt Humphreys. He has yet to take a free throw tonight. 2 points on the game. No rebounds for the big post. One of the biggest players on the court for the Bears as the first free throw drops through. Makes it 35-31. Smooth shot coming from Matthew Humphreys. A very composed looking player for a junior at the line. One of the 4 juniors on this Bear Lake squad to go along with their 4 sophomores, 1 senior and 1 freshman. Second free throw up. That's good as well. 4 points now for Humphreys, and the lead goes down to 3, 35-32. Ridge Thompson with the ball, looks up ahead, now dribbles up the far sideline, dives into the hoop, fouls on the play as he hits the deck. It's going to be a foul whistled on to Houston Peterson, his first by my count. And with 3:28 to go, it'll send Ridge Thompson to the line for 1-and-1 free throws. He's got 8 points in the game, chance to hit double figures if he can drop home both of these, earn the second one at first. Right-handed shooter. The junior puts up the front end and drops it home. Nothing but net on the way down, and he's got 9 points now, with 7 of those coming in the second half. Really caught fire to join Henry Workman in that category as being some of the leaders on the team. Workman with 12 points, and Ridge Thompson, after knocking home the second free throw, moves up to 10 points. With 37-32, the lead for Soda Springs, up by 5. 3.5 to go. Up the right sideline, and driving to his right is going to be Trey Shaw. Hands off to Peterson. Houston gives off to Humphreys, drives the hoop, pump fakes, goes up, gets fouled on the way to the basket. If this is on Workman, it's his 5th, and he's out of the game. And it is not. It's going to be on Will Sims. That's his 5th foul, so he will be out of the game. And it sends Humphreys to the line for a pair. So Will Sims will foul out of this one. And on the game, give him 5 points with 6 rebounds. Not a bad guy, as he really did a lot of good work for the Cardinals on the inside. It'll be Kyle Olson stepping out into the game for Soda Springs. 3:18 to go. Two free throws coming up. As Humphreys, first attempt up and good. And he'll have one more coming up. 37-33, 4-point lead cut down to by Humphreys, who's 3 for 3 from the line. One more coming up. Student section making some noise, waving around, but they can't cause a miss. 6 points now for Humphreys, and he's perfect from the stripe. It'll be Kyle Olson to bring it forward. No, gives off to Thompson. Thompson gives to Tanner Myers, fakes a pass to Thompson, now gives back to Ridge, almost loses the ball as the Bears extending their defensive pressure. Bounce pass near side, Olson drives to the hoop, fouled on the way to the basket. Cardinals really attacking the paint right now as they're cutting straight to the hoop. Olson's going to be fouled on the play by Hayden Peterson, and that's his 5th foul, so he'll be done for the game now. Hayden with 2 fat points and 4 rebounds, and that is his 5th. And we'll see who the Bears decide to sub in for him in this game, as Olson again will be stepping to the line for a pair of free throws. 0 for 1 tonight from the line. Into the game, Sam Roberts will check back in as Hayden Peterson steps out of the game for a moment, gets a pat on the behind by Brandon Carlson and some words of confidence. 3:06 to go, Cardinals up by 3, needing these free throws in order to hold on to the lead. It'll be 2 free throws as the underneath official at first signaled 1 and 1. A little bit of a miscommunication there, and Olson, again, right-handed free throw shooter, will toe the line. Black leggings, red and black socks, red and black shoes with the white jersey, and it all will end up with him missing a free throw despite having all that underneath him. 37-34 remains, 3:06 to go, 4th quarter. One more coming up for Olson. Needs to knock this one home to make it a 2-possession game. Free throw up, right-handed shooter gets the second one to fall down. Gives Olson 3 points to the game. Timeout's going to be taken by the Cardinals. We'll take a timeout right there with them. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream and video online at mylocalradio.com.
It's so pretty here.
Katie's away at college,
There's the library.
but she can still be close to her mom back home. Travis is working on a big report. High-speed internet puts a world of information at his fingertips. Silver Star Communications provides connections that help students learn and keep families close, even when they're miles apart. Get your family in touch and informed with high-speed internet from Silver Star Communications. Call today or visit silverstar.com.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. Caleb Burkraff here on KBRV 800 The Bear. Remind you to stick around for our post-game show, as we'll have an interview with Brent Erickson coming up in the post-game, as well as hopefully an interview with Callie Groning. Well, we have the interview with Callie Groning. The interesting interview will be whether Brent Erickson comes up or not, as the assistant coach for the Cardinals normally joins us in the post-game show. And if the Cardinals can come away with a win, I can guarantee you he will be up here to chat with us after this game. 3:06 to go, 38-34. Cardinals on top by 4, outscoring Bear Lake in the second half by 9 points in the game as they entered halftime down 20-15. Since then, it has been a 14-23 game, the Cardinals leading. 3:06 to go, Bears inbound the basketball. It'll be Trey Shaw to bring the basketball forward. The freshman crosses half court, walks it to his right, takes the point guard duties over for Carlson as the ball goes to the right side to Sam Roberts. Roberts finds up at the top. Houston Peterson goes to his left, hands the ball off back to Shaw. Trade to his right, steps to the top of the key, looks inside, passes it back off to Roberts, who hands off to Carlson on the right wing. Carlson lofts the pass deep. It's going to be tipped to Humphreys, back into the hands of Houston. He can't get the shot to go. Rebound goes over to Ridge Thompson, and the Cardinals can bring it forward once again. Pass the near side. Olsen steps in, dribbles it back out before finding Ridge. He's open for a quick three ball. No good. Rebound goes back into the hands of Trey Shaw for his first of the game. Trey to the near side, finds Roberts, back to Trey, and the Bears will back it out. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Carlson with the ball, guarded by Ridge Thompson. He tries to juke him in. Carlson beats him to the right side, but has to pass it off. Into the paint, going straight up and down and traveling with the ball underneath is Peterson. Houston had trouble as Henry Workman stepped in, went straight up and down and forced Peterson to hand the ball off. And with 2:12 to go, it'll be the Cardinals again to bring it forward. Ridge passes it to the near side. Myers gives back to Ridge. He'll drive it up, kicks the ball near side. Olsen back up top to Myers. He'll pass up on the three, near side, back over to Olsen, looking down low. Uses his dribble before getting it to Josh Balls, who's fouled as Humphreys came out of nowhere to try and steal the ball away. That's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the Soda Springs Cardinals seniors. Humphreys picks up his 4th foul, and Josh Balls, who is 1 for 3 at the line, will have a pair coming up. The Cardinals have been the aggressors into the paint, but both sides have taken plenty of free throws in the second half. These will be 9 and 10 for Soda Springs. 1:55 to go. 10 team fouls on the Bears, 9 on the Cardinals, as the double bonus the rest of the way for both teams as Josh knocks home the first free throw. Makes him 2 for 5 from the line. 5-point lead again for Soda Springs. They've led by as many as 6, 34-28. Neither team's led by double digits in this game. The biggest lead for the Bears has been 5. The Cardinals won't be able to extend it beyond that as Olsen on the line when he rebounds the basketball, turns it over to the Bears, and at the 5-point lead, Soda Springs will have to go back onto the defensive end. 1:53 to go, and Bear Lake will sub in Damon Shaw and taking out Houston Peterson, who takes a seat on the bench. A little bit more veteran lineup out there for the Bears, as an inbounds pass going to be tipped out of bounds back to the Bears by Kyle Olsen. Shaw to do the inbound again. Damon trying to find it either to his brother in Trey Shaw, and that's who we'll find on the right sideline as Trey brings it up. The freshman all the way up against the senior Josh Balls. Interesting matchup here as Shaw centers the ball at the top of the key. Gets it to Roberts. Roberts finds Humphreys, who gives back to Shaw. He'll go to his left. Balls follows him there over to the right side. Shaw. Damon puts up a jumper short as he stepped inside the three-point line, and Josh Balls tracks down his first rebound of the quarter, 4th of the second half, and the ball's brought up by Olsen. Up to the far side, Ridge Thompson on the far wing gives back to Olsen. Minute 23 to go. Cardinals up by 5. They have control of this game, and a drive to the basket by Ridge Thompson. He's fouled from behind. I believe Damon Shaw. No, they're going to call that on Avery Carlson for his 3rd. And to Ridge Thompson will go the free throws. 2 free throws coming up for the Soda junior. Right-footed, toeing the line. Offset stance, and the first free throw bottoms out. Ridge up to 11 points in the game now, second leading scorer for the Cardinals behind Henry Workman, who's got 12. Minute 19 left to go as Ridge walks up to the line. Has the ball bounced to him with 40-34, the lead for the Cardinals at 6. Ridge's second free throw up. That one rolls down. The Cardinals build to their biggest lead of the game, 7 points in a 41-34 game. Timeout taken by Bear Lake. We'll take one here as well. Back after this on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream and video online at mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Welcome back out to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. 41-34 they lead over Bear Lake as we enter the late 4th quarter. 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go. Soda Springs trying to close this one out as Bear Lake has the basketball. Smiles on the court right now from some of the Soda players, but a look of concentration from most of the members on the courts. And the Bears will be inbounding against full court pressure by Soda Springs. Carlson to do the inbounding, stands on the word soda on the baseline, bounces into Trey Shaw. Cardinals will bring it up, Bears will push up the court. Shaw pulls up at the wing, lines one over to Carlson, in motion three, airballed and tipped out of bounds, over to Soda Springs. Tipping it out was Humphreys, and quickly subbing into the game is going to be Romerl. For Bear Lake is checking out of the game will be Damon Shaw. Defensive substitution as the ball is bounced over to Tanner Myers to get it in. It'll be Rich Thompson. He bounces it back to Myers. Myers comes to the near side. Will Kress beats the press all the way up the court. Fouled on the near side, and Will Kress on the sideline is going to head to the free throw line. After that foul is going to be picked up by Romerl. So Romerl subbed in for the foul opportunity, and it sends Will Kress to the stripe for a pair as Bear Lake trying to force the Cardinals to ice this one away, win it in 4 seconds left to go with a 41-34 lead. Back into the game, you'd assume, is going to check Damon Shaw, and that is going to be the case as Romerl getting set to take a seat onto the bench as soon as this first free throw is taken. Will Kress, right-handed shooter, first free throws of the game, cannot get the front end as it rolls off the rim. Will with 2 points. And a free throw make here would give the Cardinals an 8-point lead. Back into the game is Damon Shaw, the lone senior for the Bears. Looks to the bench of the Cardinals as they get set to sub in as well. Free throw up. This one drops through. That's good. Will Kress goes 1 for 2 from the line, and the Cardinals lead builds up to 8 as he'll take a seat onto the bench. Kyle Olson into the game for the Cardinals for a little bit better free throw shooting percentage for Soda Springs as they have their best shooters on the court right now. It'll be Trey Shaw to bring it forward. He comes across the half-court line, comes to the near side, looks to find some room. Looks over to Damon Shaw's brother. Now crosses over into the lane. Blocked away that's Tanner Myers. Pass up ahead is tipped out of bounds. Last touched on the far side by the Bears as Rich Thompson came up with the rebound on the far side. And the Cardinals get to bring it back up the court once again after a full timeout's taken by the leader of the Cardinals in Greg Bergholm. 8-point lead for Soda, 48-6. We'll take a break, come back with more on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream and video online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Back here once again at the home of the Cardinals, a 42-34 lead for Soda Springs on your scoreboard. As I want to remind you, stick around for our post-game show. We'll bring you your shot of the game brought to you by Gem Valley Surveyors. For all your surveying needs, call Wade at 208-425-9035. And for your play of the game, Trail Canyon Lodge Bed and Breakfast in Soda Springs will also be bringing you that later on. Cardinals will have the ball to inbound on the far sideline, and it will be Will Kress to do the inbounding for Soda Springs. Standing in front of Athletic Director Wade Schwanevelt as well as the parents in the corner. Kress looking to find somebody to inbound it to, gives over to Rich Thompson. The best free throw shooter for the Cardinals will bring up the ball across the half-court stripe, launches up ahead to Kress. Kress is going to be fouled on the far sideline by Avery Carlson, who picks up his 4th, and Will have another pair of free throws coming up for Soda Springs. Foul is the 12th foul of the quarter for Bear Lake. And Will Kress will get the ball bounced to him at the free throw line. Again, right-handed free throw shooter. And it is up and good. 2 for 2 in his last 2 free throws. 2 for 3 overall is Will Kress, the senior. 4 points in the game, 4 rebounds as well, as he's had a solid game coming off of the bench. Second free throw coming up, and this one is good as well. 3 for 4 now. And Kyle Olson will check back into the game for Will Kress, who has been into the game for free throw shooting abilities. And Olson will check back in for defensive opportunities. 44-34, Cardinals making their free throws to close this one out. Trey Shaw brings it up, top of the key. Bounce pass to the right side wing, taken by Avery Carlson. He'll come all the way near the top of the key himself, drives into the lane, cuts to the hoop. Scoop shot, no good, rebounded by Olson. Kyle gets his 3rd rebound of the game. Underneath pass, up and in, laid up by Rich Thompson, who gets his 8th point of the quarter to tie himself for the lead in scoring. 46-34, Cardinals up. Near side, Roberts puts up a triple. Airballs this one to Ridge. Ridge Thompson will slowly bring this one forward. Crosses half court by getting it to Olsen, who will hold on to the ball on the near side. Bears, with under 10 seconds to go, are going to reach, but they're not going to do anything to the Cardinals as Ridge Thompson brings it to the free throw line, pulls it back out, and Soda Springs wraps up a 46-34 win over Bear Lake after trailing by 5 at the halftime break. The Cardinals outscore Bear Lake by 17 in the second half to take home their second District 5 win of the year, and the Bears drop to 2-2. We'll take a break, wrap things up on the postgame show on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video online at mylocalradio.com.
There's an organization in southeast Idaho whose wildlife conservation efforts have been commended by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Idaho Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and the North American Moose Foundation. Who is this organization? It's Monsanto. While Monsanto is honored by the recognition they receive, their ongoing dedication to the environment is its own reward for all of us. Monsanto. Imagine.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. We've got a lot of food in this country. We've got so much food that we can't eat it all. So how are 17 million kids in America struggling with hunger? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks gathers surplus food and gets it to hungry kids who need it. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Here are your Lalaton food specials for the week of January 28th through February 3rd in Soda Springs. We start off with Bounty 6 counts of paper towels for $5.49 with the purchase of 4. Also with the purchase of 4, you can grab yourself Tide 92 to 100 ounce select varieties of laundry detergent, $9.49. Continuing with the trend of cleaning supplies, Dawn 18 to 21 ounce dish detergents are $1.99 each with the purchase of 4. Those are just some of your specials at Lalaton's in Soda Springs.
This is a test to find out if you know it all when it comes to children. Name one of the leading killers of U.S. children age 1 to 13. What's the best way to protect children in a car crash? At what age and size should a child start using a booster seat?
Don't assume you know it all when it comes to car seats for your child. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat and know for sure. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back up to the top of the Soda Springs Gym as the Cardinals wrap up a 46-34 win over the Bear Lake Bears, and they move to 2-1 in District 5 play. Again, we'll hope to find Brent Derrickson, the assistant coach for the Cardinals, coming up and talking with us. But until then, let's take a look at our final numbers from this game. Soda Springs led in the contest by Ridge Thompson, 14.7 rebounds by my totals, as he had 12 points in the second half to really take the lead for Soda Springs moving forward in that category. Other than that, the next leading scorer was Henry Workman with 12 points and 8 rebounds. The two of them really led the charge for the Cardinals in the second half, where they outscored the Bears by 17 points on the way to this District 5 win. Other scores for Soda Springs: 5.6 boards for Will Sims, 5 points, 4 rebounds for Will Kress, 5 points, 4 boards for Tanner Myers. Josh Balls, 4 points and 5 rebounds, 0 points and 2 boards for Hiram Brown, who did not play much in the second half, and Kyle Olsen went 3 points and 3 rebounds for Soda Springs. Riley Simmons, Riley Harris, and Dylan Downs did not play in tonight's contest for Soda Springs, as again the Cardinals were in a very, very difficult battle in this one to come away with the victory over the Bear Lake Bears. On the other side for the Bears, they were led in scoring in the game by Avery Carlson with 7 points and 2 boards. Houston Peterson with 7 points and 2 rebounds as well. And looking down the line, 5 points, 2 boards for Caden Romrell, 6 points, 0 rebounds for Matthew Humphreys, 2 points, 4 boards for Hayden Peterson, and 2 points and 0 rebounds for Mason Garbitz. Only 17 rebounds for Bear Lake by my totals in the game compared to 39 for the Cardinals. 11 for 19 from the free throw line was Bear Lake, and 16 for 26 were the Cardinals. A lot of those coming in the second half. And now we welcome in the assistant coach, Brent Derrickson. And Brent, good to have you up here after what was a struggle for the Cardinals last time against Westside. We talked about it, and this team, after a struggle in the first half, looked like they might be heading towards another one of those, but the second half they came out with a lot more fire, and I saw a difference in just attacking the paint.
Well, you're exactly right, Caleb. Coach Bergholm talked to the team at halftime about not letting Bear Lake dictate our style of offense, and we just got to get up and push the ball. And I thought we did a pretty good job in the second half of picking the tempo up and getting up and down the court. And defensively, you look at, we were leaving our feet a lot, but we held them to 14 points in the second half. They only scored 34 points. So I mean, you kind of look at it. Yeah, that's a positive thing too. We still got some things to work on, but Coach Bergholm told them that we'll take this win and then we'll move forward.
I think I looked at something else too, and that's normally we've looked at guys like Tanner Myers, Josh Balls, the seniors on this team to take the leadership roles. Tonight, it was two of the younger kids. Henry Workman really started it off, kind of got the offense rolling again there early on in the third quarter. And then Ridge Thompson on that same note, once the defense started collapsing on himself as well as on Will Sims, you saw Ridge Thompson be able to get some gaps, start cutting to the hoop, and he had 12 second half points to lead the team with 14 total points in the game. What did you think about the younger kids stepping into that taken over role instead of looking to the seniors and putting the pressure on them?
Well, you got to look at Ridge Thompson first. He's our point guard, like he's the quarterback of the team, and he needs to start to dictate the pace that we need to play. And Ridge is an extremely good shooter. And when the shot's there, he's that mid-range, a shooter. He needs to pull up, and when them shots are there and take them, and that's what he did in the second half. And, you talk about Henry Workman, he got a few offensive rebounds and put them back. And, Henry's got long arms, and he's got great legs. And, that's just, he's young, but those kind of games help his confidence and what he can do out there.
The other thing I was noticing, you talk about Henry Workman, I'll just add this to what you said, and his timing on going for rebounds is absolutely impeccable down there. I mean, I saw several rebounds that he grabbed. That wasn't because he necessarily out-jumped anybody, but just he timed his jump better than other people because he was boxed out, but just the other people either jumped too early or too late. And on the other note that I was going to talk about, and this one goes into just that mid-range jumper, it looked like the other thing you guys did. This team and the fans in Soda love the three. I mean, I don't think there's any denying that. But it seemed like they did was, this is the first game I've seen you guys win without having to take a three, or made a three, I should say, in the entire game. Did you like the fact that they passed up on the three-point opportunities, even when they had some open looks, and decided to try and go a little bit closer?
Well, we shoot the ball extremely well beyond the arc, and I don't know what it is. They're in a little bit of a slump, and it might be, it dated back to the West Side game. I think we only hit 1-3 against West Side. We can shoot the ball from beyond the arc, and it's a confidence thing, and we come out and missed a few, and then the kids, they kind of shied away from the three-point line, and we went into that mid-range jumper or, getting some layups. But our three-point shots will come, and when we look at it, we did get this win without hitting a three, and we didn't take too many, but we would sure like to hit a few in a game because that opens up that zone defense that we're going to see a lot.
We'll wrap this up by including you on our shot of the game and play of the game. Play of the game, I'm just going to give this one to the whole defense. I was going to give it to Henry Workman, who had the 3 or 4 blocks down low, but honestly, you look into that fourth quarter, the defense, you said holding them to 4 points in that fourth quarter. Again, the defense, I think, blocking-wise, deserves that play of the game. Brought to you by Trail Canyon Lodge Bed and Breakfast. And then the shot of the game, I think it was one early on in the first half that really showed that starting of the mid-range jumpers. Will Sims making a short jumper that was contested from the left side wing. Again, a big play that really kind of helped keep you guys not only in it, but also kind of set the tone for being able to rise up over a shorter Bear Lake team on the inside. That play of the game brought to you by Gem Valley Surveyors. For all your survey needs, call Wade at 208-425-9035. Brent, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us here. We'll hope to have another great conversation like this on Friday when you guys take on Malad and the Dragons here at home, and hope for a 2-game winning streak for the Cardinals.
Thanks, Caleb.
We'll be back after this with one more break on KBRV 800 The Bear with live stream video online at mylocalradio.com.
Cattlemen have a code of ethics. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Talk less and say more. Remember that some things aren't for sale, and know where to draw the line. The folks at Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho are proud of the students at Grace High School, investing in the leaders of tomorrow. The Mound Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go fish, Dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Or maybe he's teething.
Maybe it's just a phase.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Welcome back out here to the home of the Soda Springs Cardinals. Caleb Burgraff on KBRV 800 The Bear. We had a chance to sit down with Callie Groning from the girls team in our sports update as they'll be taking on Westside tomorrow, and maybe their biggest game of the season, a game that will decide who is the 1 seed, who is the 2 seed in the District 5 tournament coming up, and there's a big difference between those two. Callie Groning joined us on our sports update on KBRV 800 The Bear with live streaming video at mylocalradio.com.
Caleb Burgraff here with Callie Groning from the Soda Springs girls basketball team. And Callie, this week's a big week, not just for you, but also for the team, as it's the final week of the regular season. There's still a little bit to be decided between yourselves and Westside, and that's why Thursday's game is such a big game for you girls. What's the atmosphere of the team and practices going into that game?
The way we've been practicing is with a lot of intensity and being able to work with what we're given. We don't have a lot of height on our team, and Westside has a lot of height, and so we're practicing to play the best that we can against that and play to our advantage, so that when it comes to a situation when we're at a disadvantage, we can capitalize on it and we can succeed.
You talk about that height disadvantage that you have against Westside. Today it looked like you guys were really working on getting the ball down low into the post. Has that been a real emphasis in the last couple of practices of really trying to force it down low to open up the outside game a bit more?
Yes, it has, because once the ball goes inside, the defense sucks in to help, because the most important thing to protect is the basket. So when the ball's closer to the basket, the defense shifts downwards, and that's going to get our shooters open, and we've been shooting really well lately.
One of the other big things about Thursday is obviously it's senior night for yourself, for Tawny, for Ariana. Do you think that's going to be able to play into your advantage? And how big is this one for you, since you've been such a big part of this team for the last couple of years?
Well, it's just another game, but it's cool to be a senior, and being able to be a leader on the court is awesome, but